Good evening, Yorktown. It's Supervisor Matt Slater coming to you from Town Hall. It is Thursday, June 4th, here with another COVID-19 update, joined again by our good friend Sergio Esposito, President of the Chamber of Commerce. Sergio, great to see you.
Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Happy Thursday. Absolutely. So the latest numbers for the town of Yorktown are as follows. 32 active COVID-19 cases, 639 total, with one new case since yesterday. So we continue to do a tremendous job as a community flattening the curve for COVID-19. Overall, Westchester has had 50 new cases since yesterday. So again, as a region and a county, doing a tremendous job flattening the curve of COVID-19. We are working towards Phase 2, set to begin June 9th. And Sergio, you're going to have some detailed information on that, correct?
Yes, and the Chamber of Commerce is very excited about it. So
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are. So we're looking Tuesday, June 9th for Phase 2 to begin. We have outdoor dining is included in the Phase 2 reopening, which is very exciting as well. We have, again, as a reminder, a streamlined permitting process for any restaurant who wants to expand or apply for outdoor dining. Currently, we have 7 local restaurants who have permits in here at Town Hall. Nadine's, Yorktown Grill, Papoose, the Papoose Creek Kitchen, Hudson Valley Steakhouse, Frankie and Augie's up in Jefferson Valley, and Augie's Prime Cut over in Mohegan Lake. All 7 have their applications here, and we are waiting for Phase 2 to begin to issue the permits so that they can have outdoor dining and expanded outdoor dining. As a reminder, for any interested parties, not just for dining, but for our sidewalk sales as well, please contact our building department. Again, that permitting process has been trimmed down from about an 8-week process to a 1-week process, and we've eliminated the fees associated with that permit to give our business community and our small businesses a helping hand. The governor has announced that summer camps are able to open June 29th. As a reminder, the Yorktown summer camps, the town of Yorktown summer camps, and full-day and half-day camps are not occurring this year. Private camps are able to operate beginning June 29th, so feel free. We have a number of providers here in the town of Yorktown who I know are preparing for the June 29th opening. Please contact those individual businesses for more information. Earlier today, I was joined by Councilman Patel, Councilman Diana, Councilman Lachterman, and Dave Paganelli, our highway superintendent, up at Mohegan Avenue as we began the long-awaited Mohegan Avenue retaining wall project for our friends in the north side of town. As a reminder, there are a number of detours that are in place. That project, again, began this week, and we anticipate that to continue through the summer, through August. So please, again, remember those detours when you're driving through the Mohegan Lake area. On Tuesday, we had our town board meeting. We passed 2 pieces of legislation. We've actually updated the town's code regarding smoking. I think it's the first time it's been updated to probably the 70s. You can no longer smoke in the kitchen of Town Hall, which apparently you were allowed to do. But now we've included a ban for all of our town facilities, including our parks, and a 50-foot perimeter as well. So I want to thank our board for passing that. It was a unanimous and bipartisan decision. As well as, for the first time in 33 years, we passed legislation to update our commercial water meter process. Again, making sure everyone pays their fair share for water usage. And so our water department is beginning diligently to send out letters and to notify our commercial property owners about the updated code that we approved Tuesday night. And finally, last 2 items. As a reminder, school board and budget votes. Everyone should be receiving their ballots in the mail. As a reminder, June 9th is the deadline. I've spoken with both superintendents of Lakeland and Yorktown. They are encouraging everyone not to mail your ballot back if you can actually hand deliver it to their administrative offices. Again, we want to make sure that every vote counts, and rather than worry about the mail delivery service, if you go to the either Lakeland Central School District on East Main Street or the Yorktown Central School District off of 202, you can hand in your ballots for both the school budget and school board votes. Now, there has been some confusion that I do want to address. I spoke with members of the Lakeland School Board. There have been ballots from the Lakeland School District. Again, this is the first time it's being done this way. It's solely a mail vote, mail ballots and returns. And the Westchester County voter registration lists are generated by the Westchester County Board of Elections. Unfortunately, some addresses appear on both the Lakeland and Yorktown school district lists. Lakeland has no control over these voter lists. However, all ballots are being verified and matched against their internal resident listings prior to opening to ensure they are valid Lakeland residents. Any ballots received from non-residents are eliminated and not counted. And so again, for folks in the Yorktown Central School District receiving those Lakeland Central School District ballots, or if you're in the Yorktown School District receiving Lakeland Central School District ballots, I've also heard of Yorktown residents or Yorktown School District residents receiving Croton ballots from the Croton Central School District on the south side of town. Please ensure that you are properly only filling out and returning your school district's ballots, because again, they will be verified before opening. And finally, last announcement I have, and then Sergio is going to update us from the business community, but it's our favorite topic, bulk pickup. Everyone's favorite topic in town. Section 5, again, is underway. Section 6 is set to begin June 8th. Now, I know some of Section 6, I've gotten calls from residents. Our R&R teams have actually finished Section 5. They started Section 6, but they are going to go back through starting June 8th, so please don't think you missed your bulk pickup. Everyone's awaiting these days anxiously. So here is the modified schedule. Section 6 is beginning this coming Monday, June 8th. Section 7 is set to begin Monday, June 22nd. Section 1 is scheduled for Monday, July 6th. Section 2 is scheduled for Monday, July 20th. Section 3 is scheduled for Monday, July 27th. If you don't know what section you are, you can either call our Refuse and Recycling Department at 914-245-4438, or you can visit our website and you can go to the R&R Departments tab, and they have a link to help you determine what section you live in. In addition to the bulk pickup, we are going to be picking up leaf bags and bundles of tied branches the week of June 29th, and residents can drop off e-waste, such as obsolete home computers or TVs, and bags of textiles on Wednesday, July 1st, from 7:30 to 2:30, and you can drop those off at our Refuse and Recycling Center located behind the police department. And with that being said, Sergio, that's all the announcements I have from the town's standpoint as of this moment in time. And I'd like to hear your announcements for the business community, because it's an exciting time with Phase 2 coming around the corner.
Phase 2 is right around the corner, and we expect to enter Phase 2 on Tuesday, the 9th of June, this coming Tuesday. I want to start with what's not going to be open, and then we'll get to the good news. We're going to give you the bad news, then we're going to give you the really good news. All right, malls are still not going to be open, specifically the common areas of malls where gatherings happen.
I spoke with the Jefferson Valley Mall a few times today, and they will not be open during Phase 2.
Correct. I mean, I believe some of the retail in there.
The retail is doing curbside pickup, and we've shared what retailers are doing that, so you can contact those retailers directly. But the mall itself, you will not be able to enter the mall.
Right. Any common area or anything like that is still closed. Dine-in and on-premises restaurant or bar service. So you can't go in the bar or into the restaurant and sit inside. That's not going to be open. Large gatherings and venues, concerts, conferences, in-person performances, that kind of thing. Gyms, fitness centers, and exercise classes, of course, except for remote streaming. Video and lottery and casinos. Movie theaters, except for drive-ins, they will be open drive-ins. And places of public amusement. So if you need help figuring out where your business falls, we're going to try to help you today, of course. We're going to have some information posted on our website, the Yorktown Chamber, yorktownchamber.org. And, of course, the supervisor has been doing a fantastic job with the COVID-19 updates on the site, and it's just a really great resource.
Thank you.
There is going to be a lookup tool. It does exist, and we'll post an easy way to get to it. All right, so here's the good news, right? Offices will be open. Real estate, essential, and phase 2 in-store retail. So you're actually going to be able to go into a store and buy something. Vehicle sales, leases, and rentals. Retail, rental, repair, and cleaning. Commercial building management is going to be open. Here's a biggie. Hair salons and barbershops.
I can't wait. No offense to my wife; she does a great job. But
Yeah,
I got
that's the kind. I got a cut from my brother, so I was a little nervous about it. But anyway, I think he did a good job. So, and then there's going to be, of course, another big one: outdoor and takeout delivery food services. And so that means there's going to be outdoor dining. So for those businesses out there that did not get to the application for the outdoor seating, outdoor dining, and all of that stuff that's in place now, that the supervisor has mentioned, now would be a good time to get your application in and get ready, because you will be able to augment your sales and seating by doing that. And I think it's a wonderful thing. There are some guidelines, and again, we're going to be posting it, but I will go over just a couple of points with the takeout and food service. So basically, one of the big ones is going to be you have to wear a mask. Now, if you're sitting down at a restaurant, you're allowed to sit down with other people that are not your immediate family, but you're not really able to get up and walk in and sit just anywhere you want. You will have to wear a mask when you're not seated. So once you sit down and you're at your table with your friends or your family, then you'll be able to take the mask off. The servers will be wearing masks. That's mandatory. There's going to be designated in and out, how to get in and out. Clear 6-foot distancing for the tables. And again, you got to limit in-person gatherings to any extent. But they will be open, and you will be able to, actually get the feeling that things are returning to, a normalcy that we've all were used to and long for at this stage of the game.
But as a reminder, again, that social responsibility, masks are still going to be required when you're out in the public if you can't maintain social distancing. And as a reminder, the governor has issued an executive order that a business owner can mandate someone wear a mask if they're going into their store. So again, and this is something that we've talked about. It actually, I think we've discussed this with our Reboot Yorktown task force. Taking those additional precautions, not only helps the customers, but it helps the employees and it helps the business. So Be on the lookout for those signs when you are trying to go back out to see which stores are requiring the face mask to be worn. And as a reminder, if that sign's up there, you do have to adhere to it.
And just so you know, and the chamber had put out a set of like basic, inexpensive recommendations. It was in the paper, and it's on our site. It's on Facebook and everything. And one of them was, set a clear mask policy.
Yeah.
The idea is you want to kind of try to allay the concerns and fears for many people that are going to be somewhat apprehensive, to come back into the fray and go into a store and stuff like that. And what you're doing as a business owner is you're really allaying those fears and concerns in order to kind of get them to come and shop at your business. Because I know that we could all use the revenue and income. So, that's really the mainstay for all of that. There are also some updates on the PPP loan for the forgiveness. Would you like me to get into that?
Sure.
Okay, so we're waiting for the president to sign the latest bill, and there's about 8 or 9 bullet points. I'm going to just give you a couple of the big ones. It's expected to be signed, and of course, this is addresses the PPP forgiveness aspect of it all. So the first thing is the deadline to apply for the PPP loan was June 31st. It has now been extended to December 31st. So if you have not yet applied for the PPP loan, you can still apply. Of course, it's subject to fund availability, but there's still money out there. So, you might be able to get your hands on some of that. It also extends the period of forgivable expenses to 24 weeks. If you remember, it was 8 weeks. So now they've expanded that to a 24-week period. From what point? From when your loan gets dispersed. When you receive the money, that's when you started counting the 8 weeks. It is now 24 weeks. Another real big one Mr. Supervisor, is you can now use up to 40% of the money for additional expenses. It used to be 25%. So now it's 60% payroll you could use and 40% for additional expenses, which include, it's still unclear what exactly it is, but it's utilities, it's rent, those are definite. It's those kind, mortgage interest, it's that kind of stuff. So you'll be able to use more of the money toward your rent to help you dig out of the hole that we're all in. And it also, the last real biggie is it extends the loan repayment. It was 2 years. It is now 5 years at the 1%.
Wow.
Yeah, and then if you don't pay it back at the 1% after 5 years, it'll be a 10-year loan at 4%. But you get an additional 3 years at 1%. At 1% interest, folks, it's pretty much free money. So it's a good idea to get your application in if you haven't already.
That's great. That's great. And you reminded me of a couple of things. Town offices still remain closed to the public here. We also are still mandated to a 50% workforce cap. So that remains in effect. We were hoping, frankly, that it was going to be lifted, but instead it was extended again. So we were going to be with a 50% cap until at least the end of June. And the other thing I was going to mention that I forgot is this Saturday, the Lakeland High School is having their graduation parade over at the JV Mall. I believe it begins at noon. And I really want to thank, of course, our friends at the Lakeland School District, as well as our partners at the mall for providing a safe venue for us to celebrate the graduating class of 2020. And speaking of which, you're going to start seeing some signs around town, courtesy, of course, of the town of Yorktown. Again, trying to help celebrate the achievements of all of our graduates from preschool to college, because I know many, due to coronavirus and COVID-19 and the ongoing pandemic, have really lost out on a very special time in their lives. And so we are going to be doing our best to recognize them. You're going to see some signs. We're going to have two banners going across. We've got a banner on the north side and the south side of town. You're going to see some 4x8s here at Town Hall, and just our way of congratulating the 2020 class. Again, whether you're a preschooler like my little guy or you're a high schooler like yours.
Yeah. Graduating senior, it's
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
But to all of our graduates, again, just know that this community stands behind you. We applaud you, and we wish you the best of luck moving forward. And with that being said, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to see you Sunday.
You're going to see me Sunday.
Sunday here?
You got it. No
Sunday,
problem.
We'll be back with our Q&A beginning at 6 o'clock, and I'm sure Councilman Lachterman will be joining us as usual. We'll be doing our Q&A session 6 to 7 o'clock right here for our coronavirus Q&A that we've been doing. And until then, any new or valid information that we can provide, we continue to do so. Please, I encourage everyone to continue to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We're going to have this up on our government access channel. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much.